You are now listening to the Beyond the Challenge podcast, brought to you by the Challenge Program, Inc.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Beyond the Challenge podcast, hosted by the Challenge Program. I'm Dasha Kirby, your marketing assistant, and my lovely co-host is
Wyatt Weaver, the marketing intern.
And folks, we are back. We are brushing off the podcast dust. We've been MIA a little bit. We've got a lot going on in the organization. We've got new mics. Unfortunately, we could not figure them out at the time, so we're using our new lapel mics. But folks, we are going to give some updates about TCP, and then we're going to give some wonderful study tips because it is coming towards the end of the school year. We've got finals for everybody. If you're in grade school, if you're in college, maybe if you're even taking a special course, it's just important to know how to study to be the best test taker and studier you can be. So that's what we're going to do. So folks, we're going to cover what we got going on with TCP. We've got a lot happening. We've had some leadership changes, so congratulations to new people and new positions. Lots happening internally and externally. For our external, probably our biggest one, I would say, is our Crystal Wow Gala. We got to have our wonderful event. It's super fun. It's a big networking event where we celebrate our Rising Star finalists, and we get to announce who our Rising Star winner is.
Yes, it'll be big.
It's going to be good. It's happening April 30th. Starts around 5 o'clock. So if you want to be able to show up, have a grand old time, check out our website. We do have a Crystal Wow page. So
all
it's
the
gonna
details
be,
are there, yes.
Yes, it's going to be a grand old time.
It's very
I know
fun,
you've been there a couple times. I've been through one now, and I loved it.
I've been there once.
Okay, we both had our first.
We both had our debut.
Yes, we had our first gala last year.
It was fun.
It was a grand old time. There's a lot happening. It's a lot of networking, connecting, and celebrating, but it's such a fun, quick, easy, breezy night. It's in Pittsburgh, so it's a fancier-ish type of event. So if you want to feel all extra and special, come join us at our Crystal Wow Gala.
Yeah, I had to wear a suit for once, and that's very out of my.
I know, that was legit.
I don't wear suits often, so.
We're looking good. We were looking dapper.
We were looking snazzy. We were looking good, but yeah. No, it was very fun event.
Yes,
We got a lot of good stuff coming up, and speaking of good stuff coming up, Dasha, if you are a student, it is big because we have spring awards and meet and greets coming up.
Let's go!
So we'll be coming to your schools. We'll be handing out awards to our 5 students who will be winning. 5 students, I believe. Yes.
Yep, 5 categories, 5 students.
Yes, exactly. And so we'll be handing out some money. They're going to be good. I think we all can't wait to get back into the schools and to award students for all their hard work. So it's going to be very exciting.
And those awards will be going to our seniors. We're going to be given the rest of the $1,000 we started in the beginning of the school year.
Fall assemblies.
For all of our undergrads, and now we're getting to our seniors. So it's a grand old time, whether it's at an actual senior night award event in an auditorium or somewhere fancy, or we like to do our TCP style because it's kind of more convenient for everybody collective as a whole, where we get to have the students meet the business partner, talk to them one-on-one, really get some advice versus sometimes award ceremonies, you have to sit there and be real formal and get your name called. Whereas the meet and greets, you get this one-on-one aspect that
it's more like informal. Not saying that like it's not like formal at all. Like it means you're still meeting with like in like networking, but it's far more informal than like say senior awards.
Yeah, than the actual fancy ceremony.
Exactly. Yeah.
But we love them both. I've gone to both. I'll be going to both this year, and I think it is a grand old time. And I will say, speaking of new, we also have a new award categories. Those will be coming. We're kind of soft launching them right now at the end of the school year, and then obviously next school year, whole new award categories. Still same concepts, still wonderful concepts of STEM, community service, attendance, showing up, being your best, just tweaked a little bit with our different name changes. So yes. And then we also have very busy time.
Yes.
We are cranking out our workforce activities. And basically what those are is a certain school and the partner that they are with, associated with that school, they'll come together and they'll do different activities, whether it is a presentation, a tour around the facility. We've been doing a lot of fit to financial races, so we love to explain and teach students about literacy, especially if their business partner is in the financial sector. So it has been happening. I know we've had lots of races. We just cranked out a whole bunch of tours. So if you want to check out and see what we're doing, definitely check out our social media pages. We post just about all of our workforce activities to keep everybody in the loop.
They look very fun. It makes me kind of jealous, like, because I never really experienced them when I was in high school. So
Yeah, it's a good time. I know when I show up, I'm like, wow, this is nice. Like,
Yeah.
if I was in high school, like,
I would think it's the coolest thing in the world.
yeah, you either get out of the classroom or you're up out of your seat, you're walking around learning about finances, or you're going to the construction site. Like, it is very much hands-on learning versus just sitting there and doing, your standard lecture. And
Doing algebra or
sometimes,
something.
yeah, and sometimes we even have lunches. The companies
Yes.
will have like a lunch and learn. So sometimes you get, snacks, you get treats, you'll get some swag, and hey, you might even get lunch out of it. So a lot of our students really, really enjoy our workforce activities, and from the inside perspective, our employees enjoy them just as much as well as the business partners do. So thank you for all of our wonderful business partners for coordinating and working and doing our wonderful workforce activities.
And speaking of business partners, Dasha, we have a huge announcement that we just like recently broke on social media, but it's been a long time.
It's been a long
It's been in the
process,
works
yes.
for a while. But ladies and gentlemen, we have finally partnered. Drum roll. We have partnered with Rudders.
Yes, Rudder's
Finally.
the gas station. And I know in our area we just got a new Rudder, so we are really riding the Rudder's train
Yes,
because it's
yes.
new, it's fun, it's fresh, and it's good stuff. Like our office loves the walking tacos.
Yes, oh my
We
God,
are
yes.
stands, we stand by them, and there's different options too. You can get Doritos, Fritos,
yes.
Cool Ranch.
I just went to Rudders this morning because I was getting a drink before school.
So yes, so big shout out to Rudders. Thank you for being one of our new business
Thank you,
sponsors.
Rudders. We love you. We love you. Please.
Yes, we can't wait to see all the cool and amazing things we're going to be able to do with them partnered on our side. So that was it for our updates. Of course, there's much more happening, but we don't want to take up too much of your time.
We also want to keep some things for the future.
Oh yeah, we got things still working.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Many things in the works. But Dasha, it is time. It is time we get into our study tips. Now, I know when I was in high school, studying, when I'm in school entirely as a whole, not just high school, but studying kind of used to be a pain sometimes. It could be, at least for me.
Yeah.
Just because, sometimes it'd be hard to focus, or I wouldn't know exactly what to do, or it'd be like a lot of information. So we figured, finals are coming up, state testing, whether it's Keystones, PSSAs, I think that's what it's called. Haven't taken those in a bit. Whatever testing you may be doing, we figured, hey, why don't we come on here and give you some tips for it. So we're going to start off right here. Review your material in sessions. So this is one I wish I did when I was in high school, and now I'm starting to implement in college, where instead of trying to cram all your information in 1 hour or one session, maybe break it between a few days, or heck, like take 15 minutes, work on a topic, then hey, take a break, play a video game, or eat a snack, or watch a show or something, and then go back to studying. So what do you think about that one, Dasha?
Yeah, that's accurate. There is an actual phenomenon where it says you study for 20 and then take a break for 5. Now, of course, you got to stick to that 5. You don't want to get distracted and start making TikToks.
Don't want to binge watch a show in between and then forget entirely about studying.
Yes, but yeah, your brain can only do so much capacity, and if you give it the time to not only process it, read it, and then digest it, and then come back, it's way better than just trying to sit, cram, and study. And same with goes the amount of content you're trying to study.
Yes.
Granted, it does help if you break it into sections. So if you're able to, okay, I'm learning about the anatomy. We're going to start with the cardiovascular system. Then we're going to work into the nervous system instead of trying to smash that all together. So it's really helpful to take time on and off to study, but also take the material and the information and really chunk it up.
Yeah.
Instead of having one big collective. Maybe you have 4 pages of a study guide. Okay, I'm going to do the first page before dinner. Okay, I'm going to do the second page after dinner, and then the third, fourth, before and after practice. Whatever the case may be, because if you do it in one long pro period, you're going to get bored and tired, and it's really just going to waste everybody's time.
Yeah, there was countless times, like, in high school, excuse me, there was countless times in high school when I would, it would be like, at like 10 o'clock at night, and I'd be doing my homework finally, which is not good to admit. Which, I mean, I will say I've gotten a lot better in terms of doing that. Like, I've been doing it like right as I get home or in between classes or whatever. But I really do agree with this one. Like, don't just do it in like one like large session. I mean, I guess if you're good with that, maybe do it. But I still would recommend, and Dasha would as well, to just break it up into like small manageable chunks. You know, let's say you have like chapters for like a book you got to read or something, or like chapters of like a book you got to like study on. Okay, make sure you do it like oh hey, this one day I'm gonna do chapter up to like chapter 10, and then I'm gonna do up to chapter 20, and so on and so forth. So I would say just make sure it's manageable for you. Make sure you know yourself better than anyone else does.
Yep.
So if you think, hey, I can do it up to this point, you know, push yourself, but also don't push yourself too much. Don't bore yourself or tire yourself out.
Don't
too
waste
much.
your time too.
Exactly. Yes.
So yeah, and speaking of wasting time, now this point really hits home because I unfortunately am not good at this.
I'm not either. So.
But when it comes to studying, because I will say there is a difference between
true.
homework and studying, because I know in all my years of homework I was good at cramming it in and yada 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 because I could do it and not necessarily have to come back and think about it unless we went back to it in class. But studying is different because you got to know it, you got to do it, and you got to be able to recall it. So in order to be able to recall things good, sleep is a non-negotiable. You need it. It is important for every functioning in your system, but especially for studying.
Yes.
And studies show that if you pull all-nighters or if you're losing sleep, it's really, really counterproductive. It was, at that point, you might as well have just done nothing, or anything would have been better than pulling an all-nighter. Yeah. So they say that you should try to study right before bed, because the last thing that your brain sees, it has a better tendency to remember and have better recall, so the next day. So obviously, study, take adequate time, but you know what? If you're tired, if you have a bedtime or you have a schedule, stick to it. Even if you don't finish the studying, it will be worth it to, read over it a little bit before bed and then come back to it with a fresh, brand new mind. Because like I said, if you are wasting all your sleep, your memory's going to be shot if you're not getting adequate time. So it is much more important to have good sleep and study versus study, and no sleep.
Yes, Dasha, we said it. I'm not really good with as far as like sleeping goes. Like you'll know it. I'll be sending you like Instagram reels or something at 3 a.m. and it'll just be constant, and then we'll be messaging or something at like 3 a.m. We're like, shouldn't you be asleep? Yeah, I just can't sleep.
Yeah, I'm thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, what am I doing up to?
Yeah, I mean, we'll be doing that, but I do agree, like, sleep, like, it is very important, and, like, as I've gotten older and, like, I've started here at TCP, I got a job, and as I got into college, I kind of realized how much I value my sleep, because, like, I will be so cranky in the morning, and, like, I will not want to get up. Like, there's times where, like, I'll have my alarm set, and then my mom will get up for work, and she's like, he's still not up yet. She's like, hey, wake up. And I'm like, I don't want to. But, yeah, I really appreciate my sleep more. But it's important that, you treat it well, because if you don't, you could screw yourself. It could not go well at all. It could ruin everything. So make sure you value your sleep. But also make sure that, you don't fall asleep for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Don't pull an all-nighter, guys. Don't pull an all-nighter. As fun as it is to play video games all night, don't do it.
Yep. Not good for the health.
No, it is not. And some other tips that may work. I believe it's the Feynman technique.
Yep.
You told me about this, and I thought it was quite interesting here. So you pick a concept, you write it down, and then basically explain it in like the simplest terms possible. So like, let's say I wanna explain like verbs to you or something, or like just thought of something random. So like some ELA thing, okay? Let's say I want to explain like verbs to you. I would basically just treat it like you're a 10-year-old or a 5-year-old, and just try to like explain it in like the simplest way possible. And basically, if you can't explain that topic in the simplest terms, then you don't know it well enough, and you need to study a little bit more, do more research on it or whatever. So I thought that one was really interesting, just because I've never heard of it before. Like, yeah, basically, if you can't teach it to like a 5-year-old, then you probably can't. You probably need to do more.
Yeah, come back to it. And I know this works because in my high school career, my friends and I, we would study together. And I'm not good in social settings because I love to gab versus studying. So I'm like, I don't know if this is going to work. But we would kind of play like Jeopardy. Like one of us would be the host and we'd ask the question or whatever the concept is. And then all of us would try to ask or answer, before each other. And then eventually, once we got good enough, we would try to like pretend to be the teacher. So it really does work. It helps if you're in a good centralized location with minimal distractions. If you are studying with people, make sure you're actually buckled down and are studying and pretend to be the teacher, because it's much easier to, go back and try to, fake teaching in the moment versus trying to fake teach, during the test and be like, oh, shoot, what was that? But if you remember, Sandy, she accidentally dropped her water bottle when I was talking about, the powerhouse of the cell, and then, you can obviously remember it's the mitochondria, classic easy
I was
meme.
gonna see if you were gonna know what it was.
I really had to think for like
I was gonna say,
1
because
second.
instantly I was like, mitochondria. I'm like, I wonder if she knows that.
But yeah, no.
But yeah.
I definitely did. And I will say that the last point is just kind of an end-all, be-all for everything as a collective, but of course studying is ask for help.
Yes.
Don't wait until it's too long. I know most teachers, they give adequate timelines. They say, hey, we're going to have a unit review in a week, or we're going to have our final in 2 months, or whatever the case may be. Yes, put that in the back of your head. Start studying earlier, chunk it up, and, have different times of when you study. But if it gets to, down to the wire, things aren't going well, you're behind, whatever the case may be, reach out to a teacher, reach out to a tutor. Trust me, I know teachers, parents, your other classmates, they would rather see you get help and be successful versus quiet and struggling.
Yes.
Like, nobody wants to see people fail, and if they do, they're not in the right mindset. So, of course, anybody who's going to take the time to reach out, whoever they're reaching out to is going to be reciprocative and definitely help you out and maybe give you some tricks, maybe give you an extra study guide, whatever the case may be. It's never too late. Always ask for help, and that can go with anything, mental health, your sport, whatever the case is, but same thing goes for studying as well.
And I mean, I would argue that like these are study tips, yes, but they could also go into the workplace.
Yeah, workplace,
so, like,
life.
Exactly. So like, ask for help. Make sure you get good sleep. Like, I really think like asking for help early is a great one, just because like I can speak from experience. Like, there's like times where like in middle school or like high school or whatever, where like I would be like struggling, like especially with math. Math was never my strong suit. It still isn't, but there would be times where like I would probably need help, and I just wouldn't, like during like a class, like if we were doing like a worksheet or something, and I was so confused. I didn't want to look dumb, like plus it was like middle school, so like I was thinking, oh my god, what would think of me? Yeah. But yeah, I wouldn't ask for help, and I kind of got to the point where I was like, I probably should.
Yeah.
I need
you
to.
realized it was too late.
Yeah, exactly. Like I need to ask for help, and I wish I'd done it sooner, because like once I did, everything was like fixed for me.
Yeah, it was like a crystal ball.
Exactly, and like I was like, dang, I should have done this a lot sooner. And so like now, and like lesson learned now, if I need help, I know, hey, I need to do now. And like even here, like if I need help with a video or something, or an opinion, I'll ask Dasha or I'll ask someone else. So just make sure you ask for help early and don't wait too long, because like you really don't want to wait too long. Like you don't want to wait until like it's like the last minute, and then what happens then?
And then that can translate into trades or whatever, because I know if you're sitting down, cracking open the textbook, you can kind of get your answers there. Yeah. But if you're trying to learn how to, lay bricks or apply stucco, or how to do a certain fringe on a haircut, like that is not as easy as cracking open a book and reading it. So you genuinely probably should
ask help. Like if there's something you ask for help on, it's one of those. Yeah.
And I always say, this goes in just general life advice: if you don't ask, the answer's already known.
Exactly.
So you might as well take the shot. You miss every shot you don't take as well. There's
Wayne
another
Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Yeah, another cheesy cliche there, but yeah, it helps if you take one for your team, take one for the ego, set it aside, and say, hey, I got lost behind, or I'm not keeping up, and and like I said, people want to help you out. So those are some of our study tips. We try to keep it quick and easy. Of course, we can always give more if this is well received, but just a quick little rundown. So try to study in little sessions. Don't do in one long period, unless you really have to. But study in sessions, and also break up your material. So categorize it, do certain pages, certain chapters, whatever the case may be. Also, make sure you have a good schedule. You can try to use a planner, use a calendar. I know we're in the modern era now, so you can use your phone, you can use a scheduling app, you can do whatever the case may be.
Something like that, anything,
Yes, so try to adequately give yourself time and kind of give yourself the big picture if you can see it visually on a calendar. And then, of course, if we want to be able to see things clearly in the future, we need to get good sleep. So sleep is a non-negotiable. Always make sure you're getting it, especially when you are prepping for a big major event like taking a test or prepping for studying. And then next we have the Feynman technique. So try to write it down and then try to teach it to a 10-year-old or teach it to somebody who would have no idea in breakable, manageable concepts. And then also, once again, not to beat a dead bush, but ask for help. So that was a quick little rundown of studying. Obviously, we've all been there, done that, had to study for a test, and we've both successfully did high school. So those are some of our little tips that we used to do back in the day, and we do still in our current days in our work world. So we greatly appreciate you for listening, and if you are taking finals, we just want to say good luck. You're going to do amazing. You're going to do awesome. And we can't wait to see you at all of our spring awards as well.
And we can't wait to see you guys at the Crystal Owl Gala.
Yeah, April 30th.
And also, please, if you guys have any questions about studying, feel free to reach out to us in the comments or on any of our social medias, or even if you have topics you want us to cover on the podcast, please let us know, and we'll definitely make sure we do that. So
yeah, other than that, have a good one. Appreciate you for listening, and live it up. Bye. Have a good one.
Thank you for listening to the Beyond the Challenge podcast. If you want to learn more about us, check out our website at tcpinc.org or check out all of our social medias. Thanks, and have a good one.